Good morning. Excuse the redness. I just finished working out and oh, look at that. Anyway, I just finished working out and so I am sweaty, but that's not important right now. I have this poem that I've constructed here, and it's like a 10-part poem. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe it's an everybody thing. Maybe it's just a thing. But after writing it and then typing it out and printing it off, I just put it in my desk drawer. Like, there it is. So I think I'm gonna share some of it. Now I apologize. I am terrible at reading out loud. So my stutter or whatever may ruin the ebb and flow of the rhythm I was going for, which when I read it in my head is nice. Okay, so part 1 is called Where the Whispering Forest Breathes. Beneath a canopy rich with green, where moss lies thick and the air is clean, a forest lives in velvet hush, its song composed of fern and brush. The trees lean close with limbs outreached, their bark with ancient runes etched, and in the hush the wild things keep a rhythm made for souls to sleep. A wind rolls through, so soft, so thin, it brushes gently past the skin. It doesn't howl, it doesn't roar, it hums like breath beneath the door. It whispers truth the earth once knew, of stars that fell, of morning dew. It sings of caves beneath the hill, where time stands still and hearts grow still. The cave it yawns with cool, dark grace, a secret mouth, a sacred place. Its walls are damp with ancient tears, yet hold no sorrow, only years. You walk within and drop your name, your weight, your wounds, your fleeting flame, and in the hush and the deep earth sighs, and cradles all that breaks and tries. The forest does not ask your past. It only asks, are you here at last? You close your eyes, release the fight, and feel, at last, your soul grow light. The leaves above, the soil below, the roots that twist, the water that flows. They hold you gently, soft and wide, no fear to run, no need to hide. For here beneath the mossy eaves, where breath is caught in drifting leaves, the wind will hum, the cave will keep, and peace will hold you soft and deep. That is part 1. And there are 10 parts. I don't know. I'm weird about sharing my work because I feel like I'm not good. But, I guess if art is subjective. The second part is called Becoming the Stillness. The cave grows darker, soft with song, but here the dark does nothing wrong. It holds no edge, it strikes no fear. It only asks, will you be here? The air is thick with root and stone, yet you no longer feel alone. The earth has pressed your shape in clay and whispered softly, you may stay. You may stay past time's old track, past grief you swore you would hold back. You may stay where wild things mend, where wounds aren't feared and shame can end. You touch the wall, it breathes beneath, a pulse that hums with fern and leaf. You are the hush, you are the ground, no longer lost, no longer bound. Outside, the wind begins to rise with murmured names and lullabies. It brushes past your throat, your skin, and calls the forest out, but within. You rise from stone reborn, remade, a shadow shifted into shade. Your feet grow moss beneath, grows slow. Your thoughts now move where tree roots grow. No longer a stranger, now you are. The mountains hum the morning star. The cave behind, the wind ahead. You walk as one the forest led. Part 3 is the language of leaves. Now morning light drips through the green, a hush of gold beneath unseen. It hisses bark and spider thread, and crowns your brow with fern instead. Each leaf above holds a name, not yours from birth, but one reclaimed. A name that wind kept safe and warm, a name that bloomed beyond all harm. You speak it once, the forest hears, it folds it gently through the years. And with that name, the world aligns, your shadow threads through older pines. Moss creeps slow along your spine, a shawl of stars, an ancient sign. You are the spell, the soot, the seed, the stillness born of every need. You do not walk, the path unfolds. You do not seek, the truth now holds. The cave behind still hums your tone, the heartbeat shaped by soil and stone. The branches bow, the wild things nod, you speak in silence with God. No altar here, no temple built, just sacredness and bark and silt. Next part is moss and rain, the memory keepers. Snowflakes fall, I see it all, each one dancing in sacred sprawl. No two the same, yet all align, like pieces of a greater sign. The forest hushes, draped in white, its thorns made soft, its wounds made light. The fire dims to gentle glow, the moss now sleeps beneath the snow. And in the stillness truth appears, not loud like rage, but soft like years. I see the path I could not find, it draws itself inside my mind. The trees don't speak, yet I can hear each flake a voice both sharp and clear, a language made of crystal lace that melts in palm and leaves no trace. No longer lost, no longer small, snowflakes fall and I see it all. The forest, cave, the fox, the flame, all whispers now. You know your name. Part 5 is of fire, foxes, and moonlight breath. The rain fades off with lover's sigh, and stars begin to thread the sky. You follow smoke through shadowed fern, where fire waits and embers burn. The flame is ancient, fierce, and wild, its heart a pulse the trees abide. Around it glows, you start to sway, bare feet tracing the ashen clay. You dance, you spin, you lose your name, and find yourself inside the flame. The sparks rise up like scattered runes, and then you sing beneath the moon. The mist returns on tiptoe feet. It kisses softly, its breath so sweet. It touches collarbone and brow, a silver lover whispering now. You hum a hymn without a word, yet every fox and owl has heard. From forest dark, with eyes agleam, the foxes come like living dream. They circle close, but do not fear. They gaze Their gaze is sharp, their lessons clear. Be like flame, be soft like mist. Go where you're pulled, trust every twist. Steal only silence, leave no trace. And wear your wildness like a face. 6 is sage and marrow. For sage and marrow I lie below, where roots entwine and secrets grow. The air is thick with earth and spice, and every breath a graveyard's vice. I sleep for morrow, not death, not becoming, where silence sings and blood stops running. The bones of beasts, the bones of me, rest quiet in this canopy. Sage burns low, its smoke a veil that blurs the skin, makes borders pale. It knows what must go left to rot, or what must be left to rot. What pain I carry, what I forgot. Its curls find cracks along my chest, and draw the wounds I never guessed. The marrow hums beneath my skin, a rhythm older than my sin. Here I am nothing but ash in name, stripped of sorrow, pride, and flame. Yet in that nothing I begin, the forest takes me deep within. The next part is called The Raven's Beckon. The ravens beckon, I hear their call, their cries like cracks through nature's thrall. Spirits of wandering shadows in flight, they circle in day, they gather at night. White as snow and black as coal, some shimmering both like a split of soul. Their wings carved truth through cloud and blue. I know these ravens through and through. Each glinting eye, each gleaming plume has seen my joy and watched my gloom. They do not judge, they simply know, and circle close when cold winds blow. They speak in signs and feathers fall. They dance upon the cedar sprawl. They walk with me through fire and weather. We do not break, we endure together. The next part is when the snow falls. Snowflakes fall and I see it all, each one dancing a sacred sprawl. No to the same. What did I do here? Let me start that again. When the snowflakes fall and I see it all, each one dancing in sacred sprawl, no to the same, yet all aligned like pieces of a greater sign. The forest hushes, draped in white, the thorns made soft, its wounds made light. The fire dims to gentle glow, the moss now sleeps beneath the snow. In the stillness, truth appears, not loud like rage, but soft like years. I see the path I could not find. It draws itself inside my mind. Okay, hang on, I dropped stuff. I feel like I kind of redid that one a little. Anyway, the next part is Beneath the Worlds. A shift, a shimmer, a waking thought. By waking life, I'm gently caught. Some moss still clings behind my eyes. The daylight pulls and rhyme sighs. To wake, to work, to play my part, while leaving half my tender heart. Still buried deep in roots and rhyme, where time slows down and I am time. Do I have to say goodbye? The trees don't answer, they simply sigh. But as I move, they leave me this, a breath of pine, ghost of mist. So I may leave, but not for long. The poem waits, the path is drawn. Each hour that passes, each task I do, brings me closer back to you. Oh, okay. And then this is the last part. Midnight marble, forest born. I once held a midnight stone, smooth with sorrow carved alone. It pulsed with ache, with weight, with flame, a piece of night that knew my name. But now it stirs with something more, a trembling hum of forest's core, a pulse deep then melts away and spreads beneath the drowning day. The marble breaks, but not in pain. It births a root through ash and rain. It sprouts a tree, a moss-wrapped call. The forest rises, marble and awe. It does not fade. It does not flee. It is the forest. It is me. Well, there's that. And like I said, I apologize because I read out loud really bad. So, take from that what you will. Like it, hate it. I've said it out loud. So, I guess I can do something with it. Ugh. And I apologize for the long video. I guess I didn't realize how long it was going to be. But I don't know, I've been writing a lot of poetry lately, and that was just one that I wrote so many parts of, and then, like I said, tossed it in my desk. So, I don't know. I kind of was working with my feelings that day. Anywho, it is probably like 6:30. I could just look. Yeah, it's 6:25. I can just pull the screen down and freaking look. Okay, I'm gonna go. My legs were killing me yesterday. Apparently, I can't wear my yoga slings to walk everywhere after I've treated my feet like, I care about them and more in proper arch support, because I was in so much pain yesterday. Like, it was the scene from Misery, but everything was intact. And I don't know. I feel like if I don't go for my walk today, that I am a lazy person despite being in pain. So I'm gonna go. I lied. Look at all this sweat. I was weightlifting. So there's that. And then I was like weights and dancing and boxing. So there's that. I'm gonna incorporate in archery next, because I feel like I need a productive arm thing, because anybody can lift weights, and I guess I can lift heavier things, but I want to be productive. I want to turn my body into like a weapon of sorts, I guess. Anyway. Hijinks. That was Hijinks Theopold. Hijinks Theopold Egbert Fowler. Come here. You look so lost. Come here. Oh, my tubby boy. There. How's that? He's going to be 3 in May. This is the one that I pulled out of his mama because he was stuck, and she had just showed up in our backyard having kittens under like this lattice piece at 5 a.m, and I'm like, what is that tiny meowing I hear? And I went outside. I'm like, oh my god, there are kittens. He's a cuddle boy. Okay. Cuddle boy. All right, I'm gonna go. Gotta feed the animals and go on my walk. I say it's gonna be a walk, but I know I'm gonna break down and push through it, and I'm gonna freaking end up running, and it's gonna hurt. But oh well. You guys have a wonderful, magic, sacred day, and I hope only good things find you.